Did you know that the Dominion voting software that they're using to tabulate the votes in the United States is actually funded by the Clinton Global Initiative? Yeah. And get this, Nancy Pelosi's ex-chief of staff also works at this company as an executive officer. And Democrat Dianne Feinstein's husband, Feinstein, who gives a shit, actually owns the company. What? You didn't know that? No big deal. I mean, come on. What's 160,000 votes here and 100,000 votes here and 6,000 votes there and a couple more thousand votes there? No big deal. Psh, nothing to see here.
Get a job, be a slave, pay your taxes. What the fuck?
Does anyone else find it hilarious that the Democrats are telling us to accept these tainted election results after we've just spent 4 years of the Democrats trying to overturn Trump's election? We just had 4 years of lies and bullshit investigations that have proved absolutely nothing. And the only people that went to jail were set up by the FBI and had absolutely nothing to do with the so-called Russian collusion investigation. But we all know that. Stormy Daniels, Pissgate, Russia, Ukraine, collusion, fake impeachment hearings, and being called racist every single goddamn day by every single news agency and all of the social media platforms. They're all against us conservatives, man. They're trying to tell us and the world, because we don't want their bullshit socialism, that we're bad people, while these fascist fucks assault us with their communism every single day. In my opinion, we are witnessing the end of the Democratic Party as we know it. Check this shit out, man. Every single major news industry station, fuck whatever, including Fox News, is against Trump. And fuck you, Fox News. You seriously disappoint me. I'll never watch you fuckers again. Tucker, you're the guy, but fuck everybody else. All the social media platforms are censoring us and hiding the truth. There is literally more people dead that are alive and voting right now than any other time in history. Seriously. We have sworn affidavits from election officials that they saying that they were directed to change the date on ballots. Election machines that were taking thousands and thousands of votes from Trump and reversing that shit to you-know-who. Yeah. Creepy, sleepy Joe fucking Biden. We have videos of people pulling wagons and carts and suitcases with thousands of votes secretly slipped in at night. We have hundreds of thousands of votes were being counted after the polling stations were supposedly closed for the night. We have whistleblowers, several whistleblowers, and sworn affidavits in front of the courts claiming election fraud on a very large and coordinated scale. We have Democratic poll workers blocking windows so Republican officials can't observe. Bloody hell, man. There's like 100 other things out there on video. Just check it out on YouTube. But the Democrats are like, nah, nothing to see here. Yeah. Did you know that a poll from early November said that almost 70% of Democrats do not believe or have faith in the electoral voting system? Yeah. And they said that it was open to fraud. All of a sudden yesterday, according to a CNN poll, now 90% of Democrat voters overwhelmingly believe in the voting process. You can't make this shit up, man. These Democrats are so corrupt and incompetent. It actually takes them a whole month to steal an election. So how in the hell are they going to balance a budget, man? Seriously. But you know what? You got to give these Democrats some credit. They were able to beat the law of averages. Over 140,000 votes in Wisconsin, and every single one of them was for Biden. Now, normally I would say that that is statistically impossible, but apparently even some mathematicians agree, but apparently those mathematicians that agree with, it being statistically impossible, they're racist. Seriously, man, this is the kind of stupidity that you would see on that TV show. You remember that one? What was that? The World's Dumbest Criminals? These Democrats are so dumb. They remind me of the villains on Scooby-Doo. And their acolytes just eat this shit up like it's their last meal, man. They'll believe anything that these fuckers throw down their throat. It's hilarious. They're out there throwing parties on the street. No social distancing. They don't even have the decency to call it a protest, man. I watched a video where they're sharing a bottle of wine or champagne or whatever the hell it is that they're drinking. Probably blue Kool-Aid, and they're all taking swigs from it. Yeah, they're all taking swigs from it. But Chuck Schumer's out there with no mask on, and the second he realizes the cameras are rolling on him, he's like struggling trying to get that shit up on his face, man. Ladies and gentlemen, sleepy, creepy Joe Biden has killed COVID-19. The real irony to me, man, is all those posers out there, you know, the Antifas, the BLMs, and all these blue-haired fucks saying tear down the establishment, as they're being funded and directed by the establishment and big corporations, man. These flux, fake-ass, blue-haired posers actually believe that they are the resistance as they prop up the establishment that they claim to fight. Forget rebels without a cause. These ass clowns don't have a friggin' clue, man. The right isn't setting the world on fire. The right fought to free the slaves from the left, and the world is burning, and you need to know who's burning it. And history shows us that the left is very good at setting fires. It feels like everyone's against us sometimes, man. You turn on social media, news stations, you know, and because of the impact of the mainstream media and because of how powerful the social media platforms are, it seems like this shit's impossible sometimes. But I'll tell you something, remember something. Right now, there are 70+ million people just in the United States and millions more across the world. We are the resistance, man. The old rhinos, the old neocon conservatives, they were weak or corrupt, and they would never fight back against the hypocrisy of the left until Trump. The old guard would just take this shit on the chin every fucking time, man. But no, now we fight back. We finally realize the only way to completely and totally destroy the corrupt Democratic Party and the deep state is to set and bait a trap. Take all that evidence to court, and let's see the mainstream media try to turn that one around. Let's see the social media platforms try to censor the truth from the highest court in the land. That's how we win. That's how we overcome this battle on all fronts. We fight with the truth, we expose their corruption, and then we go after the social media companies and Section 230. And that's why the social media platforms are losing their goddamn minds right now and going so hard against Trump. They know he's coming after them, their obvious bias as well as election interference. The power and influence that these big tech companies have is terrifying. And they need to be brought to heel, man. We need to put these cockfucks under leash. These big tech companies allow terrorist organizations like Antifa and BLM to organize violence on their platforms. They allow and encourage the left's violence and hate speech towards anyone that doesn't agree with their bullshit ideology. Yet, censor conservative voices every goddamn time. The left acts like animals while crying like babies and destroying the world with their 50,000 goddamn genders and 20 bathrooms and critical race theory as they push for socialism while destroying the family unit. And that's what they're looking for, man. They want to destroy the family unit. No mothers, no fathers. Your mommy and daddy is now the state. We're watching the Democrat politicians along with big corporations encouraging and funding the fires that are burning down the world. And we conservatives, we're not going to burn the world down, man. We're not going to go out there and we're not going to assault people. We don't burn, loot, and murder like a bunch of soy-drinking 4-year-olds that just don't get their way. Conservatives build shit up, man. We don't tear shit down. The tolerant left. Every time I hear that, I laugh, man. Say it with me. The tolerant left. What a goddamn joke. If you don't agree with them, you get called, guess what? Oh yeah, a racist or a Nazi. If you don't bow to the tolerant left mob, they assault you. If you speak out against the tolerant left, they censor you. And now the tolerant left is talking about punishing you. Punishing you for who you support. The left is anything but tolerant. And just look at what AOC, Jack Taper from CNN, and several other high-profile Democrats are suggesting right now. They are openly suggesting that there should be retribution against anybody that supported Trump. Let me reiterate that. Retribution. They're coming after you, man. They're coming after you. Yeah. These fascists are making a list and they're checking it twice. They're going to make sure you don't have a job or a life. Seriously, man, because of who you support as President of the United States of America. Isn't that something that Hitler or Mussolini did? I mean, didn't Castro make a list? All hail Supreme Leader Joe Biden and Comrade Kamala, or else the gulag for you. Seriously, man, this shit reminds me of a joke that I once heard. What's the difference? What's the difference between a Democrat and a terrorist? You don't know? You give up? At least you can negotiate with a terrorist. But it ain't over, man. It ain't over by a long shot. The media does not call elections. And regardless of what the media says, 45 is a pretty smart motherfucker. Just think about this for a second. If you don't think that he wasn't preparing for this, you would be wrong. I truly believe that we are right now witnessing the destruction of the old establishment racist Democratic Party right before our very eyes, man. They're so desperate to hang on to what little credibility and power that they have left. They use COVID lockdowns and COVID suffering against the world. These ass clowns are so power hungry, man, that they're willing to destroy the world because, wait for it, Orange Man bad. No, fuck them. Orange Man rad. Trump's conservatives are the new punk rock. We are the rage against the machine, and we're not going down this time without a goddamn fight. Now, I know a lot of you are out there saying, and I get in your messages and your DMs, that 2020 is like the most fucked up year in history. I don't agree. 2020 was and is necessary. The elites overplayed their hand with the Wu-Flu, Trans-Pacific Partnership, and a whole bunch of other things, man, and they got exposed, as did the Democrats. More people now than ever see this blue pill of socialism that they're trying to ram down our throats. More people than ever now are standing up and fighting back against this bullshit. 2020, to me, is the year of truth and reason. Well, that's it for me. I'm Sean Strife, and do me a favor. Click that like button, tickle that notification bell, and smash the shit out of that subscribe button. And join me next time. We'll talk about more shit that'll make a snowflake melt. That's right. You heard me. I said smash that subscribe channel.